Hi everyone and welcome back to Lyneworth. Today we're just going to have a look at trying to solve a little problem. Okay, let's just have a look down here at this lovely little loco we've got down here. Okay, so here we can see a nice little Dean Goods loco from Oxford Rail. I've had it renumbered. One of my favourite films, as I've probably mentioned in the past, is The Ghost Train, 1950 blur. Arthur Askey movie. If you've seen it, you've seen it. This is the loco that plunges off the bridge at the end. The Ghost Train itself. And I just love it. I think it's a great little loco. And it runs really well on 90% of the circuit. However, I do have a... Let me just get up. I'm on my knees. I do have a small piece of track around the back corner here. The bridge is not in today, so if I'm not careful and I run this, the Ghost Train could plunge to its death once again. But as you notice here, we've got a fairly steep bend around here. This is actually second radius. And let's just have a little go and let's run it round. If I can remember which number it is, I think it's 44. Yes, it is. So there you go, running quite nicely. I'm not going to do it mega fast. I'm going to wait for it to come round the corner here. Sorry about the sun here, we've got the sun streaming in through the garage door. And as you can see here, what's happening is it's locking up and it's derailing it. Let me just stop there. If I zoom in there, you can see it's because it's not bending enough, because the tie bar between the two is actually too short. Okay, which is great for reality looking, but means it doesn't work very well here. I'm going to take that off before it runs off the end, because I don't want it to do a genuine thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make a new tie bar for this. I'm going to take it into the front room where it's a bit warmer, because it's actually snowing outside. The bright sun, we're getting, as you can see, very bright sunshine, but then intermittent with snow. So it's actually a bit chilly in here. So I'm going to take it inside to the front room, and we'll see if we can make a tie bar that will help it go around those corners. What I have done is taken the tie bar off completely, just let it go on its own with the wires between the two, and it goes around perfectly. So I think a longer tie bar should do it. Be back in a minute. So here we go. So we've got the loco nice and safely in this nice little foam cradle. And here you can see the tie bar. It's actually called a drawbar, I think, isn't it? So here's the drawbar there. So we're going to pop that out. It's literally just a couple of screws. I'm going to do, if I can find it. This one first. There we go. Let's put that safely over there out of the way. Sorry, I'm trying to film and do screwing at the same time, which doesn't always work well. My big fingers don't help. And there we go. Right, so I'm just going to lift that loco out of there, because I don't like it sitting there too long, and then we'll see what we can do. Right, so I've got the loco sat there on the little bit of track. I've just made up a little piece of MDF there, which I painted up and sprayed, and stuck a bit of track on it, and that just helps protect the wheels rather than just popping it down on a rough surface anywhere. So that'll just help keep the wheels clean and everything. There we go. So as you can see, really nice little loco. Now then, what we're going to do, let's have a look here. So here's the drawbar. Get rid of the bits. So here's the drawbar, and I've given it a measure, and it's roughly, let's have a look. Right, hold that steady. If you can see there, right there. So it's about 19 millimeters long. So I'm reckoning probably only another 2 millimeters will do it. So probably sort of 21, 22 millimeters should do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of very thin plastic card. So here we go, black plastic card, 1 mil thick, I think it is. Or is it 1/2 mil? No, I think this is the 1/2 mil. I decided the 1 mil was a bit too thick, plus the fact my 1 mil is white and it wouldn't look very good. So I'm going to chop a little piece of this off and reshape it to match this, and then we'll have a look and see if we can fit it back on, and then it's just a simple case of seeing whether that runs any better. Back in a minute. Okay, so after a second attempt, I've come up with this. That's the original there, and it actually is, I've double checked the measurements, is 19 millimeters, and the second one which I've made there is actually 21.5, just short of 22 millimeters. So that should do it. So all I need to do now is to drill the little holes in either end, which I'll give that a go in a second, and then we can pop it on and see how it works. Okay, thickness wise, it's probably, the plastic is probably slightly thinner than the metal one. I don't know, might work, might not. We'll soon see, won't we? Right. Okay, so we're back again. Now I've had to do another one because I drilled at it too aggressively and the first one just shattered into pieces. So I've made another one here and drilled the little holes in at the end there, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is pop it back into the loco. So I'll pop the loco back in its cradle, pop it back in, and then we'll give it a run on the track and see how it goes. Okay, but again, it's the same length. It's just over 22 millimeters long as against 19. So I've got me an extra 3 mil. So that should allow enough clearance between the loco and the tender to allow the train to turn on the tighter tracks on the second radius ones. Hang on a sec. Well, there we go. It was a bit fiddly because the plastic's a bit thinner than the metal and it's bendy, so it kept flicking the screws out every time I let go of it. But it's all in. So I'm going to pop that on the layout now and run it around that same second radius curve, and we'll see if it derails this time. Fingers crossed. So here we are. We're off and running. So same corner. Fingers crossed. Perfect. As you can see now, it's not binding. Now again, we've not got the bridge in, so I'm going to catch it. There we go. Go back to the beginning again. There we go. Jobs are good in. Let me see if I can just switch it off before he runs over the bridge again. There we go. The levers need a good dusting, don't they? There we go. Well, there we go. That's all good. So what we'll be able to do now is run the ghost train properly. Let me just bring him back. And then we've got his coaches over here. Might get a third one of these. So let's have a look. That one's not on. I do have a re-railer here, I just couldn't be bothered getting it out. So there we go. There's the ghost train, and should be able to negotiate the bends no problem. Well, thanks for watching that. As a little quick fix it for anybody who has a similar problem. And as you can see, although the gap's slightly bigger between the loco and the tender, it's not horrendous. But once I put the flap back in there, you'll be able to you'll hardly see it at all. Won't look any difference. It's not light enough for me to zoom in, I'm afraid. You can see I've took the flap out between the two, so I can put that back in after. Job's a good one. So, if you like the video, like and subscribe as usual, share with your friends and all the rest of it. And I'll see you sometime again on the Lyneworth and Millhampton Model Railway. There we go, got the warship at the background. See you guys.